Speaker Johnson said that he was blindsided about that DOJ permission allowing senators to sue. He also said he was angry about it. And then he also said he was disappointed that the Senate didn't change the Epstein bill like he demanded. Why are you and him on such different pages when it comes to these huge issues?
Well, I mean, I think there are different, obviously, having served in the House of Representatives for 6 years, I understand there are different ways of doing things. The House and the Senate function differently. We have procedures and rules that we have to adhere to and follow. It's much harder to get things, to pass things, as you all know, through the floor in the Senate. And so I think sometimes there are differences of opinion or disagreements that are partly related to the difference between the House and the Senate. They're different cultures. But in the end, the Speaker and I talk regularly. We communicate on a consistent basis, and we are unified in terms of our objectives and goals, and that is to work with the President of the United States to implement his and our agenda in a way that benefits the American people. And I think we've worked successfully to do that throughout this entire year, whether it's tax policy, energy policy, national security. You go right down the list. We have had a record of success, I think, both House and the Senate, in a unified way working together. So at times there may be, as I said, slight differences of opinion about how to proceed, how to get things done. But I think for the most part, I would say that we have an incredibly strong working relationship, and we work closely with the White House, and I think that's what's enabled a lot of the success.
Senator, the President has come out in favor of preempting state-level AI regulation. Is that something that you would support in the defense bill?
That is an issue that is being talked about in the context of the defense bill. It's a complicated issue, as you know. It did get litigated last summer on the floor of the Senate and in the House, for that matter, too. But it's complicated in the sense that there are lots of folks who believe that states ought to have some input into these things. But on the other hand, if you have states regulating an industry that operates across state lines, that also has implications for our economy. And so we've seen this before. We saw it this year earlier when we had to repeal the California waiver, which was something that was affecting 18 states and needed to be addressed. So we will take a look at how this is drafted in terms of the discussion that's being held on with the defense authorization bill to see if it is consistent with and complies with ensuring that states have some role when it comes to how companies operate within their states, but also recognizes the importance of having policies that enable interstate commerce, and artificial intelligence is going to be one of those issues, I think, it's going to explode. And so it's complicated, but I think our members are taking a hard look at how best to do that, and the President clearly has weighed in on what he would like to see happen, and will certainly take his views and give them optimum consideration.